This is Paris, also known as the City of Light. It's the capital and most populous city of France, and its metropolitan area is home to some 12.5 million people. Paris is kind of a big deal. It's a major banking, transport, culture and tourist hub, and it's been one of the most populous cities for the world's elite for centuries. So let's break down Paris's economy and find out what keeps it moving. When we talk about Paris's economy, we are really talking about the Paris region and not the city of Paris, which is just a small area at the centre of the Paris region, home to just over 2 million people. The Paris region is by far the most important centre of economic activity in France. In 2017, its GDP was $808 billion, and that ranked it alongside countries such as the Netherlands and Turkey. On a per capita basis, the Paris region has a GDP of €58,300, significantly higher than the EU average of €30,000, making it one of the heavyweight economies of the EU. Within France, Paris is a dominant force. The region accounts for nearly 30% of French GDP, and all but one of the 29 French companies listed in the Fortune Global 500 have their headquarters in Paris. So it's fair to say that Paris is a big and wealthy city. However, what makes Paris so rich today? What does Paris actually do? Many sectors of the French economy have found success in Paris. Some of the most noteworthy sectors are the banking and finance sector, the energy sector, and the luxury goods sector. You see, as well as being the perfect location for tourists to take some Instagram photos, Paris is home to some large banking and insurance firms, such as BNP Paribas, Société Générale, and AXA, with their offices being located either in the city centre, near the Bank of France, or in the finance district, La Défense, where the majority of Paris's skyscrapers can be found. Paris is also home to some large energy companies such as Total, Engie and EDF. All three of these companies rank in the Fortune Global 500 and together employ more than 420,000 people. Their presence is felt not only in France but also in nearby European countries. For example, EDF operates 58 nuclear reactors in France, and much of that energy is exported to neighbouring countries. Being able to provide energy to the lucrative European market is a big win for Paris. Perhaps the sector that is most associated with Paris is the luxury goods, fashion and cosmetic sector. Paris has a long history of producing luxury goods for the aristocracy and the wealthy, and today that's still very much the case. The most important luxury goods firm in Paris is LVMH, which may not be a household name, but you would have to have lived under a rock not to be familiar with some of its brands and subsidiaries. For example, have you ever heard of Dom Perignon, Louis Vuitton, Acqua di Parma, Tiffany & Co, or Christian Dior? Well, if so, that's LVMH, and its CEO is France's wealthiest individual, Bernard Arnault, with a net worth at the time of this video at $110 billion. With all that said, it wouldn't be a video about Paris's economy if we didn't talk about tourism. Tourism in Paris is a major income source, and why wouldn't it be? With sites like the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, the Louvre, the Notre Dame, and many, many more, who wouldn't want to spend their hard-earned cash in Paris? With all these tourist activities taking place, the industry brought in $17 billion in 2014, placing it third globally, with only the Big Apple and London ranking higher. With more than 393,000 Parisians in the Greater Paris region employed in tourism-related sectors, such as hotels, leisure and catering, this means that over 12% of the total workforce rely on tourism, giving tourists a vital role to play in Paris's economy. So, Paris clearly has a strong economy, but how does that all translate into employment opportunities for its residents? Let's have a closer look. France as a whole has a reputation for not working very hard, with critics often citing the 35-hour workweek and endless lunch breaks that French employees benefit from. There may be elements of truth in these claims, however, this doesn't mean that the French, and Parisians in particular, are lazy individuals who sit around in their homes receiving money from the state. In fact, according to Eurostat, in 2019, Paris's employment rate of those aged 15 to 64 was 68%, which ranks it just under the EU27 average of 68.4%, but ahead of countries like Italy on 59%. Although, when compared to other rival cities within Europe, the Paris region does seem to fall behind. As for unemployment, the Paris region ranks relatively high by European standards. That said, it has been falling steadily in recent years to 8.1%, below the national average of 8.5%, but significantly higher than Milan's Lombardy region and London, but lower than Madrid's. These data would suggest that Paris's employment and unemployment rates are not particularly spectacular, but with relatively strong labour laws and high wages, this suggests that being employed in Paris is a lucrative position to be in. Paris's economy is large, stable and growing. Its residents are among the wealthiest in the world, and the city never fails to attract top talent from around the globe. Its position as one of Europe's most important financial centres doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. The future of Paris's economy will depend on its ability to remain open to top talent, as well as improve the quality of life of those that live within its region. And for the most part, that is what Paris is poised to do. Hi everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, just check out my channel and please consider subscribing. Bye!